Evil Dave gets the spotlight this week with an all-new quest, and the winter weekends make a return this year once again. Welcome back to another Update Dave video. Evil Dave and winter weekends. What an exciting week lies ahead. We've got the winter weekends, the Festivore, the ribbon rework, and the release of our new eagerly awaited Evil Dave quest. Speak of the devil. Dave, we've talked about this. What do you want? I'm trying to work, Dave. Can't you see I've got a news post to... You can't just... Yes, I know about Zamorak. What? Give that back. Give that back right now. Give me the... Hey, adventurer, it's me, Evil Dave. Crazy news. Turns out Zamorak is back in town. Who knew, right? And I need your help to conduct the ritual of ultimate doomly evil to make him notice me. You'll find me in at the basement of Doom, beneath my mother's house in Edgeville. I'll explain the whole thing there. You'll need to have done my section of Recipe for Disaster, and be a member with at least 30 in herb lore, magic, agility, and cooking. Oh, and you'll need to be evil! Monscorpio's giving me the evil look, so I'd better relinquish my dominion of the Keyboard of Chaos. See you in game! Combat Winter Weekend. The first of the winter weekends will soon be upon us. Get in-game between the 1st and 4th of December midday on both for all the 4 days for the following boosts: an extra charm drop per charm, an extra charm from charm drops, increased chance of rare drops and enhanced ring of wealth, 50% bonus Slayer XP, Slayer VIP ticket status for all Slayer assignments, 50% bonus anima for Shattered Worlds, new. I will definitely be taking advantage of that. 10% cheaper instance fees, the ability to loot from Mazcab raids once per day, extra training points from boss training, and the ability to choose your boss Slayer assignment, new. Check out the schedule for subsequent winter weekends throughout December and January. Menaphos and Sophanam will take the stage the following weekend, and after that, minigames, skilling, and lastly, clue scrolls. On top of that, bonuses for player-owned ports will be running for the entire 5-week duration. Expect to see 25 voyages per day instead of 15, plus 30% extra resources or trade goods from voyages, and the ability to get the Bardmaid's special voyage on Saturdays and Sundays, in addition to Thursdays. Festivore. Feeling festive? During December, members can activate the annual Festivore for 30 minutes once a day for a 50% XP boost, plus a Winter Wings cosmetic. This should appear automatically in your inventory. However, if your inventory is full, you can still claim the Festivore by speaking to Zon or Dilwyn, located east of Berthorpe Castle, and in the Tower of Voices in Prifddinas, respectively, opening up their shops and taking a look at the auras. Premier Club and Solomon Store sale. Want exclusive content, VIP treatment, and a supercharged membership? All for less than the standard membership price? Find out about Premier Club, our best membership deal of the year, on the Premier Club page. We're also offering up to 75% off selected items in Solomon's General Store. Finally, we come to the patch notes. The patches right here are detailing some of the changes to the ribbon, but I believe that for the patch notes section of the video, right now we will go take a look at the Winter Weekends 2017-2018 schedule. Here we have the schedule for the Winter Weekends for 2017 and 2018. For the first weekend, I've already read that out. Please note, Ironmen are excluded from all bonuses in bold. So anything that's bold like the 50% increase to Slayer experience. Ironmen are excluded from that, but everything else they are not excluded from. Anyway, next up for the 8th to the 11th of December, we have Menaphos and Sophanam. New city quests appear twice as fast after completion of a city quest. 75% increased experience from shifting tombs. 50% increased reputation in Menaphos. That'll be very nice to take advantage of. Increased chance to receive Menaphite gift offerings. 25% increased Slayer experience within the Sophanam Slayer dungeon. Bonus chance of jeweled statuettes while wearing a Ring of Wealth, and doubled chance of Scepter of the Gods and Black Ibis while at Pyramid Plunder. I will definitely be taking advantage of this one right here, the Pyramid Plunder boost. Double experience from Ploverbird hunting, 50% increased base chance to successfully pickpocket in Menaphos, and triple experience from harvesting luminous wisps. Converting memories remains the same experience rate. Next up, we have the 15th to the 18th of December, minigames. +1 Castle Wars gold ticket per game, regardless of win, loss, or draw. Very nice. I will definitely be taking advantage of that. +1 medal from Fish Flingers per game. Double commendation points from Pest Control and Conquest. Double bonus XP and gambling rewards from Barbarian Assault. Bosses killed in Dominion Tower are counted twice for the purposes of reward unlocks. Plus 50% Dominion factor earned. Plus 50% produce points at Livid Farm stacks with boosters. Last winter weekend, they took this away because they cut the time in half to get all Livid spells unlocked. An extra 600 daily bonus points in Cabbage Face Punch Bonanza. 100% increased Menaphos reputation from Shifting Tombs. Double Zeal from Soul Wars. Shattered Worlds grants 50% extra anima. Double points from Sealing Creation. There are several things I want to take advantage from during the minigames weekend. The Castle Wars. Commendation, not really. The 50% extra anima, I definitely want to take care of that. Advantage of that. The Barbarian Assault bonus XP would be nice to take advantage of as well. Next up, the 22nd to the 25th of December, Gathering and Support Skills. Divination. Springs last for twice as long once a wisp is active. Also, enriched divination nodes spawn every 10 minutes. Fishing spots move around half as frequently as before. Thieving. Pharaoh's Scepter and Black Ibis outfit drops are twice as likely in Pyramid Plunder. Dungeoneering. Both double tokens from regular dungeoneering and no XP penalty upon death. That will be super nice to go for the advanced accumulator. For Hunter, 2 Orkami spawn instead of 1 on Uncharted Isles. Agility. Higher chance of activating the Pit minigame. 10% chance to not deplete Uncharted Isle resources while harvesting. Mining nodes and trees replenish twice as fast. So if that's the case for Elder Trees, that means it's 2.5 minutes per tree to respawn. Next up, the 29th to the 1st of January, it's Clue Scrolls. 1 free reroll for clue rewards per day. Improved chance to get clue scrolls from drops and pickpocketing. Gilly Willikers will give you a free clue scroll per day, starting at noon. Type dependent on total level. 37 to 1400 is easy clues. 1401 to 2000 is medium clues. 2001 to 2500 is hard clues. And 2501 plus is elite clues. Each clue scroll completed will reward a festive box containing festive food and has a chance of containing one of the following items: Slayer VIP tickets, Silver Rock Down, Tight Springs, Charms, experience lamps, and stars. Easy clues reward a festive box easy. Medium and hard clues a Festive Box Hard, and Elite includes a Festive Box Elite. The 5th to the 8th of January is Artisan Skills. Crafting 10% chance to produce an extra urn when adding runes to them. Fletching, 25% increase to fletching experience. Smithing, double experience and respect in Artisan's Workshop. Rune crafting, increased node spawn and double reward points each in RuneSpan. Definitely going to try and take advantage of that one. Construction, chance to retain a plank with Scroll of Proficiency increased by 10%. Cooking, reduced chance to burn food. And herb lore, extra 2.5% chance to save a secondary ingredient when mixing potions. And at last, but by no means least, from the 1st of December to the 8th of January, it's ports. Alrighty then, that's the winter weekend schedule. Now it's time to go on to the patch notes. The meat and potatoes of this week's patch notes is by far the ribbon rework. So without further ado, let's get started. Ribbon rework. A number of improvements have been made to the ribbon. The window can now be resized and now adds space between icons. The following windows can now be added to the ribbon: magic abilities, abilities only, combat spells, teleport spells, skilling spells, attack abilities, strength abilities, defense abilities, constitution abilities, emotes. Adding future windows to the ribbon now requires significantly less work. The following features have been added to the ribbon setup interface. You can now reset your ribbon to the default icons or clear it in one go. Icons added to the bar are now removed from the selection area. Spacing has been improved for the ribbon setup interface and the options menu. A section for window management has been added to the ladder. The spacing on the options menu, escape key, has been improved. A section for managing windows has also been added. Of the two windows labeled Magic Abilities, the main has been renamed Magic Book and been given the icon to match. Melee and attack abilities now have separate icons. Melee uses cross swords. The worn equipment icon has been changed to distinguish from the hero icon. The drawer icon has been replaced with a settings cog to make room. Alongside these changes, we're also running tests on the tutorial. Half of new players will get the existing tutorial unchanged, while the other half will start with only the settings button on the ribbon, with the inventory, skills, and worn equipment windows opened as their first scene. These players will also have the default set of buttons activated after the tutorial, where we hope to see players having a less confusing experience and, as a result, fewer players dropping out. Optimizations. We've been using some new tools to track which scripts are running in the client in certain situations. Using these, we've been able to identify unnecessary and/or expensive code, investigating what these scripts are doing, and then optimizing where we can. The benefits should affect everyone, but will be more noticeable on lower end machines. Changes include bank. Client-side spoofing tries to predict what will happen and helps make the bank seem more responsive. When spam clicking the withdraw multiple items, this could get out of sync and cause a well-known tab flickering bug. Changes have been made to reduce the likelihood of this error occurring. Thank you. That's happened to me before and it's really annoying. The way the icons are built when the bank is loaded has changed. This means items should no longer pop in when scrolling through. The efficiency of individual scripts has been generally improved. Measures have been put in place to stop the interface from repositioning everything when no changes have been made to the inventory. general improvements. In historical cases, and especially on first login, window positioning may have occurred several times. This should now only happen once. By deleting permanent interface components and only building them when required, almost 1,000 components no longer use memory constantly. Several scripts run every time client frame for purposes such as controlling animations. These run in the background even when you're doing nothing, and we've made several changes. Overall, we've reduced the runtime of these passive scripts by almost 95%. Global transparency when using these scripts and accounted for a large portion of this. We've changed the way it's implemented, but unfortunately it means we can no longer use the current setting, so all transparency will be set to the default of 50% on login. Several features such as loading screens now stop running these scripts when turned off. Bugs have been fixed which allowed some of these scripts to keep running after they were meant to be finished. Loading screens. After detecting that the game is loading, there is now a half-second pause before triggering a loading screen, avoiding unnecessary loading screens, such as when going through doors in barrows. The loading screen now has a disable button, saving new players from having to locate it in the settings menu. Next up is skills, D&Ds, and minigames. Unstable Essence has become slightly more stable. For example, it will now show as runecrafting in the Make X interface rather than cooking. And it is no longer possible to summon pets inside the dungeoneering grouping area. Quests, challenges, and achievements. Completing the one-of-a-kind quest now shows the correct task complete message. And lastly, other. Perfect Dragon Scales for Vanax's Slayer Challenge no longer try and drop on non-members' worlds. A large number of optimizations have been made to top-level interface. Various optimizations have been made to the bank interface. And members can now remove the extras icon on the ribbon interface. Well, I think that will do it for this week's update and patch notes. I hope you all enjoyed, and I will catch you for next week's video. Have a good one, guys.